Hello and welcome to the Rocky Mountain Pinball Showdown 2019. I'm getting ready, I'm an exhibitor and I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes about what happens before a show, which is kind of cool. Everything's covered. Security has kept it. This is the events calendar and security is very tight here at the Marriott. There's no way you can get in early, so your stuff is secure when it's in the building. It's a good feeling. People who run the show are really cool. It's a husband and wife team, Dan and Holly, and they're super people. They communicate really well. And here's the festival house rules. So just check this out. Like, you know, collectors share their love by muscling games from basements, right? You see something you like it, okay. Has loud noises. By entering, you understand, and it's the staff and Rocky Mountain Pinball Show are not responsible. Attendees understand security and publicity video and photographs may be taken during the event. Okay, so I'm going to make our way into the main exhibition hall. There are many rooms, but this is the main one. If you're into games, welcome. As you can tell, some exhibitors cover up their stuff during the night to stop that quick grab. Well, you don't have to worry about that here. It's been kind of a good show. So I'll go ahead and start down the main alleyway. On the right, we have Star Wars in high speed. And the lights have been redone in high speed, so it looks terrific. And there's some new vendors here with new ideas this year. One of them is that they have a 3D printed flipper piece that'll fit on top of any flipper. And these kids came up with it out of Denver. And their dad got them a booth here. And it's just a super great idea. So everybody's really supporting them. It's cool. And their name is Pinboss. So an example, I think it's on their Simpsons machine. Let's walk over and see. Okay. Yep, here it is. So if you notice, they have some, looks like Cheerios on there. Or donuts. And then the Homer look. Really kind of cool. So I think they came up with it themselves. And they just decided to do it. I mean, nobody else thought of it, right? And then there's another new vendor called PinQuest, and this is their first show. It's called playpinquest.com. I would encourage you to go check this out. So Sheldon is the owner, and I've spent some time with him. I got some swag, a shirt that I'm representing today for him. And I think one of the cool things about PinQuest is that you can set up a journey. Okay, and so local arcades will start picking this up nationwide, I'm pretty sure. Stern actually has PinQuest going at this event. And of course Houdini's here. And the Willy Wonka machine. If you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. Real time. Okay, good old Jersey Jack. They make unique products. They make awesome products, actually. I mean, how can you not appreciate it? Dialed in. You know, this really hasn't been a big hit in every area, but it's big in Seattle. I mean, people like it. We just don't see enough of it, so it's kind of cool. But here in the Rocky Mountain area, it's the first one I've seen. And so just a good selection of classic pins from the 90s, of course, all the digital. And then custom pin. Let's see what else. But then there's a good mix of arcade games, so it's not too much of one or the other. I mean, it's more, I guess, pinball. But over here is Initial D8. I mean, this is rare. So you don't see this very often. And I'm going to play it today, actually. I don't think the card reader's enabled, but I'll find out. There it is right there. So it's very similar to the card reader in Derby Owners Club. And this is the Arcadency.com. They have a DDR machine. Gotta love it. Kids go nuts. A little bit of horror. My favorite air hockey table of all time. It glows. It glows, and it glows with Pac-Man. Super cool playfield. LED lights underneath it. I don't know if you can see this. We'll get close. There they are. So it really draws people in. This golden tee right here is pretty nice too. Now it's using a homemade table with a TV. It's actually a good accent. I mean, you should try it. Then there's Golden Tee Complete. This one's actually online. I don't know if I mentioned that. So here's Galaga, Burger Time, Drift. And then we get back into the real show, which is we have some EM pins. That's what I grew up with. And then we get into the 90s. A little more recent Guardians of the Galaxy, a newer machine. Sea Witch. All these cool pieces that are over here. Oh yeah. What is life without gold wings? What a kick plate. And so then Austin Powers. And Here's the fat bastard for all you people that want a good laugh this morning. I haven't had my coffee, but I saw him and I thought, yeah, it's going to be a good pinball day. And so, you know, a lot of different titles that you guys have seen before if you play pinball. If not, I mean, you can compare this. I just want to show how big this is. It's 3 aisles of this, okay? And it's usually a small show, from what I understood. But I don't think this is small. The parking lot has been full for 3 days. I woke up this morning, it's Memorial Day. The parking lot is full. It's going to be a really big show. And as we make our way over here, there's some DIY arcades, some virtual pinball. They got a clock, a running light. And there's the Shark Tank virtual pinball. Then we get over into the Hobbit. So again, another big aisle. Games are all in really great shape, actually, compared to other shows I've been to where they bring in junk. You know, like the kick plates are done, the legs on Shrek. This is one of the hardest things to ever draw, is Shrek. It's computer imaged, but still, it's even hard with the computer. So definitely, I know some people who've tried to just draw Shrek and they can't do it. So it's kind of cool. It's a good machine. It's a lot of fun. Classics like Pinbot with the DMDs. There are not too many color DMDs. They are here, but it's not the majority. Some people like them. Some people just don't care. So here's Iron Man. And then there's an old one with a playfield. It kind of has 2 playfields, like an upper playfield, so the ball goes up into it, plays up there. You don't see these too often anymore. They break down a lot. Then the 8-ball Deluxe. I'm not sure if this one's working. But from what I understand, this was just redone on the playfield. I mean, it looks fantastic as usual. When these are redone with playfields, they don't get any better. Now there's a rumor there's a special firepower AI machine here. And here's Black Knight. The new Black Knight is here as well. And they brought that in, Stern brought it in. So here's all the titles, everything. And then as we make our way around, I'll just show you a reverse view. This is Steve's booth. I'm not going to tell you what's in it because I want you to go to the shows and ask for Steve. Go to ZapCon, California Extreme, Denver Pinball Showdown. Steve carries all the small miniature unique items, and I buy at every show. I mean, they're that good. So definitely. And then over here is a virtual pin. It's really not that good. I mean, the cabinet, there wasn't really any time spent on it. Looks pretty cruddy. It's an old Sega cabinet. I mean, the insides might be good, but the presentation could sure use some effort. I think if you're going to build a virtual pinball, you might want to spend a little more time before you bring it to a show. And we have this vendor carries 30,000 games in each machine, and their name is Centerpiece Arcades. So I'm not sure how they do that without getting in trouble. Yeah. Anyway, it's Centerpiece Arcades, and it's a lot of MDF, a lot of the same artwork over and over, pretty much the same thing. And then here's the EM aisle, which, I mean, it's got the old Chicago. This is weird. There's 3 old Chicago games at this show. So if you're watching, I mean, definitely make a note of that. If you're looking for an old Chicago, check out the Denver Craigslist. And Medieval Madness. I mean, it's almost brand new. I think it is, and it's here it is, 7,500. That's who has it. And it plays terrific. I mean, gosh, it's so bright and so clear that even with the lights off, it looks like this. It just, you know, it's a great game. I love it. Ghostbusters, more EMs, of course. You have to power them on. And then here's Twin Joker. This is an old game. I'm not sure if people know some of the origins of pinball, but this is how it started out. It's something similar. So you just launched it. You didn't have flippers, and it went into an area, and then it sort of plays poker. This has come back of age. They actually have gambling machines back on the market now that do this, and in states like Iowa, it is legal to win money back, and they have an electronic version. They just took the mechanicals and programmed it in. So here's a Bally Midway Strange Science. It's in great shape. As you can tell, everything here is in good shape except for that virtual pinball back there. They probably could have done a much better job. Here is Comet Pinball. They're super cool people. I recommend you check them out. This is PinQuest. This is the new vendor I was talking about with some software. And so establishments can basically sign up under Play PinQuest, okay? And then what you do is you create a certain item that has to be accomplished on games. So you have to get into a certain mode on different games that are pinball related. And this is for the kids. Now, we caught some kids the other night throwing 40-yard bombs at this and had to shut it down. So I'll just show you like how far that would be. So we had a kid yesterday come over the top and dunk it. That was pretty cool. Let's see. So the balls lock when it's not in use. That's what we like about this game. But I mean, you know, they were like 10 pins deep, lobbing at the board. And it was going everywhere. So we had to kill it. Anyway, so that's the Pinball Showdown 2019. See ya.